a couple things that I bought for myself for my 26th birthday. My 26th birthday, which was last week on June 6th. And first and foremost, before I get into all of the items, I want to say a huge thank you to all of you guys for making me feel so loved. I received so many sweet comments and posts from my fellow ASM artists, just the sweetest things, the sweetest comments, and I just felt so very loved and supported from you guys, which is something that I just value so dearly, and I would have never imagined how kind everyone would be to me on my birthday. So thank you all so much for all of your kind words and well wishes for my birthday. I am going to start this haul by showing you guys the items that I got for myself. Well, it's technically from myself as well as my husband, but I did get a couple of things. The first one being my big gift for my birthday. This is very exciting, and I am so thrilled to finally have gotten a Blue Yeti microphone, microphone. This is just a classic ASMR staple item, and I have been waiting to buy this. My husband and I put some money aside in our savings account specifically for me to purchase this, but I kept pushing it off and not buying it. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, I kind of felt like I didn't necessarily deserve to have the Blue Yeti, which sounds so silly coming out of my mouth, but I am just being vulnerable with you guys. If you have been a follower of the ASMR community for many years, which I have been, I started watching ASMR when I was 13, so for half of my lifetime. And lately, over the last few years, there are a lot of channels that kind of just blow up. They make one video and they get thousands of followers and just a lot of support. And my channel has not been growing as quickly. I have been slowly and steadily gaining followers, gaining subscribers, but I kind of got disheartened. Is that even a word? That doesn't sound like a word coming out of my mouth. I just didn't feel like my channel was doing good enough. I felt like I don't know, I just had the negative voices in my head telling me that, like, you're not good enough to have the Blue Yeti and blah blah blah. Anyway, I felt like the stars were aligning because last week I celebrated my 6-month ASMR anniversary, 6 months from my very first video. I posted my first video on December 2nd of last year, and on June 2nd I hit 500 subscribers. 500 subscribers. I don't know what that little hand movement was, but I hope you enjoyed it. So I celebrated my 6-month anniversary. I hit 500 subscribers and it was my birthday week. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop letting the negativity get to me, which no one out in the ASMR community has been negative towards me. It was all just my inner self telling me that I didn't deserve to spend $100 on a microphone. But all of the stars aligned last week, and I was finally like, let me just do it. I have been wanting this microphone since I started creating videos, and it's honestly so ironic that I wasn't buying it because I felt like I wasn't good enough, considering the good microphone is only going to add to the quality of my videos. So I was kind of just self-sabotaging by not getting the microphone. So I don't know, but we finally got it. I'm very excited, and I'm excited to test it out. I am going to make a video where I test out the different settings, and I test out some different triggers on the microphone, because I want to hear your opinion on what settings you like, what types of triggers you guys like, all of that jazz. So when I finally post that video, I will try to remember to link it down below, and I hope that you guys will go watch that video and let me know what your favorite settings and triggers are. I'm very, very, very excited for that. I also bought myself some microphone covers. Sorry, it was the cord for the microphone is in the box, and it was making some noises, so I hope that wasn't too loud. But I got the fluffy microphone cover and the foam microphone cover. That way we can do all sorts of triggers with those. The other gift that I bought myself was a Sephora Favorites kit. A Sephora Favorites kit. This is the Sun Safety Kit, and it says that it is $39, but I use an app where you scan your receipts and you get points. It's called the Fetch app, and I had enough points to get a $25 Sephora gift card, so I technically only spent like $15 on this kit. And I recently have found a skincare routine that I really love, so I didn't want to do a kit of like basic skincare products. I also have way too much makeup, and I don't really switch out my hair care very often, so I knew that I wanted to do a Sephora Favorites kit, but I wasn't really sure which one I was going to get, and I saw this one, and I knew with summer coming up, I was going to be out in the sun more than I already am, so I thought that SPF would be a great kit to buy. So this comes in a Supergoop makeup bag, a bright yellow makeup bag. It is so bright. The fabric kind of reminds me of a lunchbox or a fabric cooler. So I feel like this would be good for like if you're going to the beach and you want to bring your sunscreen or a hairbrush, different like beauty related items. I feel like this would be perfect for the pool, the beach, that sort of thing. I'm going to very, very quickly run through what comes in this kit. We have, this was definitely the most random item that I found, or that I thought was in here. This is a beauty blender sponge, and when I was looking at it, they said that this is like specifically for applying sunscreen. I don't know what the difference between this beauty blender and the regular beauty blender is, and I don't know why someone would need a sponge to apply their sunscreen, but I've never tried an actual beauty blender. I have only gotten like the e.l.f. brand or the AOA Studios brand, like the drugstore kinds. So I am excited to have a beauty blender, but I'm probably just going to use this as a regular beauty sponge for my foundation and concealer. Next up, we have the K-Skin Isle Lip Balm SPF 30. This is like a lip gloss, lip balm with SPF, which is awesome. My family is going on a trip next week, and we are going to be outside a lot, so I'm probably going to pack that in my fanny pack to carry around with me when we're hiking or just doing outdoor activities. That will be perfect. Then we have the Kiehl's Better Screen UV Serum Sunscreen SPF 50. We have the Supergoop Play SPF 50 Everyday Lotion with Sunflower Extract. I don't know if this is a full size. It looks like a full size product, but I am not sure. I do believe that the lip product was full size. Next, we have the Innisfree Daily UV Defense Sunscreen SPF Spectrum, Broad Spectrum SPF 36, which is such a random number. I've never tried Innisfree, so I am excited to try that sunscreen. The next item is the Tatcha Silk Sunscreen SPF 50. I love this purple packaging. It is so cute. Probably my favorite packaging of all of the SPFs. The next one is the Lancome UV Expert Aqua Gel Defense 50 Plus Sunscreen. Next, we have the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Dew Balm SPF 45 with niacinamide. And I do believe that this one was a full size, and it is just a roll-up balm, and I love the way that this texture looks like it got dented, but it just looks almost like jello or something, which I think is aesthetically pleasing to look at. Next up, we have the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench Broad Spectrum SPF 45 Hyaluronic Cloud Sheer Tint Moisturizer. Interesting. Lots of words. We have another Supergoop. This is the Glow Screen Golden Hour SPF 40. I'm sure that at least one of these Supergoops is a full-size product. They are definitely larger than the rest of the products in this bag. Next, we have the Ultraviolet Supreme Screen SPF 50. It says our one and done skincare serving all day bouncy hydration. Very cute. I have the Summer Fridays Shade Drops Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Mineral Milk Sunscreen. I bet this one would be a really good makeup primer because it's probably going to be nice and glowy. We have the Dr. Dennis Gross All Physical Ultimate Defense Broad Spectrum SPF 50. And I believe this is the last item. This is the Biossance SPF 30 with squalane and zinc. It is a sheer mineral sunscreen. So lots of sun protection in the cute little bag. I am definitely going to have to pack some of those for our vacation. And I got a couple of sample sizes. The Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado and the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. I picked out my samples on the Sephora website when I ordered these items and did not get either of the products that I wanted. I think one of the samples I chose was a Sol de Janeiro lotion, and the other one was maybe a perfume, and I didn't get either of them, but it's fine. It's fine. I am sure that I will use the eye cream and the foundation. And then the last product that I got in this order is the birthday gift that Sephora does. Every year they have like 6 different birthday gifts that you can choose from. I think this year there was an Amika hair set and a Laneige set that came with some skincare and a lip product. I forget what else, but I chose this Makeup by Mario Lip Duo, and it comes with the Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil in Rich Mauve, Rich Mauve, Rich Mauve, and the Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum in Rosewood Glow, Rosewood Glow. I'm going to put on the lip serum, but if you would like to see both products in action, I did a short on my channel. I actually uploaded that on my birthday, and I used both products, but I am just applying this over top of the Rare Beauty lip oil in Serenity. So that's that combo. But if you want to see the lip liner in action, go check out that short, shameless self promo. I had kind of forgot that I have one more item that is technically a birthday gift to myself, but it was actually just a free item. Bath & Body Works does a free, like, small travel size item for your birthday gift, and I chose this Into the Night body cream. I actually used to not like this scent at all when I was younger, but then last year or the year before, my mother-in-law was decluttering some of her Bath & Body Works body mists, and she gave me this scent, and I love it now. This is one of my go-to scents if I need to just pick out a day-to-day scent. I love this one, so got it for free, and I always need lotion. I am chronically dry, so I was happy to get a free lotion. Next, I will show you guys what my husband gave me. This year, we were not planning to do gifts, so just to have the Blue Yeti is like such a great gift, and I definitely credit that to him. But he also gave me a very sweet card. It says, "My wife, friend of my soul, heart of my heart, love of my life. There's nothing more wonderful than a lifetime of loving you, and especially on your birthday, I am celebrating you with all of my heart." And he wrote a very sweet note, but I will not read that to you guys. I just wanted to show the lovely, lovely card. I feel like growing up, my family always did kind of funny cards or silly cards, or we just didn't do cards at all. So it is always very sweet when my husband gives me a nice, loving card and writes very sweet notes. And then he also gave me some gummy candy. This is Disney assorted shapes and flavors. I love candy and I love Disney, so I was very excited. I woke up the morning of my birthday to get ready to go to work, and I went into the other room where I have like my vanity set up, and he had the card and this candy sitting there waiting for me. I truly was not expecting to get anything at all, so it was a very sweet little gift that he gave me, and I was very happy to receive that. After the very sweet little gift that my husband gave me on my birthday, I went to work, and about halfway through the day, my sister stopped by and brought me a huge gift. She packed a bag full of a bunch of different little items, and I was not expecting it, so I am very, very thankful, and I will show you guys what my sister got me. First, she got cake pops, which is a necessity, of course, and her and I both had a cake pop for lunch. I don't think I ate anything else for lunch on my birthday because after work, my husband and I went around and we went to get all of the free birthday treats that places had. So I went and got a drink from Starbucks. I got a drink from Taco Bell. We got donuts from Krispy Kreme, fries from McDonald's. We went to Panera and got a cookie. We went to Chick-fil-A and got, what did we get? Oh no, I got a cinnamon roll from Panera and a cookie from Chick-fil-A. And yeah, so I was saving room for all of the treats that my husband and I went to get. So all I had for lunch was a cake pop. It was a very, very nourishing day, to say the very least. But we have to have cake pops. And then she got me a couple of mini like beauty items from Target. She got me this hand sanitizer spray. I've never actually seen this brand, and I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I would probably pronounce it wrong, but it is a refillable, nourishing hand sanitizer in eucalyptus. Then we have this Mix Bar Vanilla Bourbon Hair and Body Mist. She said that when she was looking at my Amazon list, my whole family shares an Amazon account, so we each just have our own wish list, and she saw that I had a couple of perfumes on there that were vanilla scents, and I'm usually not a huge vanilla person, but over the last year I have enjoyed more vanillas, and I really, really like this scent. It's very warm. I think this is going to be perfect for the fall and winter time. I can see myself using this a lot in the winter, especially. I don't know what it is about winter time, but I just love a vanilla perfume in the winter. Then we have the Tree Hut Moonlight Glow Body Scrub, which is one of my very favorite scents of the body scrubs. Then she got me this craft. She said that she has seen this brand, this Lifelines brand, at Target, and she saw this and thought that I would enjoy it. It is a lamp, and you decorate it yourself. So you basically drop the little die into the lamp, like the sides of the lamp, and then you put it together, and it is your own little colored lamp, which looks so fun, and I'm really excited to do this. I think that's going to be the perfect craft to do while listening to an audiobook. The last few items that my sister got me as part of her gift were some books, which is always very exciting. I feel like she gets me books for my birthday almost every year, and I love adding them to my collection. The first one is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but this is the copy with the sprayed edges. So it has the 7 rings for the 7 husbands. I read this book last summer and I really loved the story. I love the old Hollywood feel. So I'm very excited to have the sprayed edges copy. The next book I am also excited for. This is Emily Henry's newest book, The Great Big Beautiful Life. I have all of Emily Henry's like TikTok famous books. So Book Lovers, People We Meet on Vacation, Happy Place, Funny Story. Which one am I forgetting? I think I'm forgetting one. But I'm very excited to read this. Hopefully I can read that one this summer. I actually have not read Funny Story either, so hopefully I can read both of those this summer. The next book comes with a backstory. So 2 years ago, my sister bought me a book, and she bought me the second book in the series, but not the first book in the series. I had yet to buy the first book. Now this year comes along and she gives me this book, Wildlife by Hannah Grace. If you don't know this series, this book is the second book in the series. So multiple years in a row, I guess it's becoming tradition now, my sister has bought me the second book in a book series without knowing that it has other books in the series. She just found them on my Amazon wish list and bought them. But I'm very excited to have this book, and it has pretty sprayed edges. So then my mom asked me what I wanted for my birthday the day before my birthday, and I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't really have anything that was like on the top of my mind. So then when I opened this book from my sister, I thought that it would be the perfect gift from my parents. They could buy me the books that were the first book in both of the series that my sister had bought me the second book for. So my parents got me Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. So now I have the sprayed edge copy of both books, which are beautiful books. I have never read either of those. I've heard very mixed reviews from people on YouTube, so I will have to find out for myself whether or not I like it. But then the other book is from Tessa Bailey. I have Unfortunately Yours, which is the second book, and now I have Secretly Yours, which is the first book. I listened to the audiobook of both of those last year. I wasn't a huge fan, but the books are very cute, and I like to have books on my bookshelf as decoration, even if I don't absolutely love the book, which may be not normal, but that's how I like to do it. So now I have both books to display on my shelf. And then I also asked my mom for this, which you can't see very well in the packaging, but these are coasters, and they are diamond art coasters. So basically they each have a printed design, and you get to stick the little rhinestones on it. And you guys know I've been loving rhinestones and bedazzling different items, so I absolutely love diamond art, and I thought that the coasters were so cute and a fun way to do a smaller version of diamond art. I've done a few of the larger poster size, but those take a while, so the coasters are just small and it could be a good afternoon project if I'm stressed or if I'm just bored and want to do a little bit of arts and crafts. Then my brother got me a book from my Amazon list. This one is super duper random. This is the Annotated Classic Fairy Tales. So it has stories of Little Red Riding Hood, Beauty and the Beast, Jack and the Beanstalk, Bluebeard, and many more. So the story behind this, I took a class in college that was fairy tales and myths and just like a literary class where we had this as our textbook. But I was talking to my husband like a month or two ago, and somehow we got talking about classic fairy tales, and I remembered this book that I read in college, and I was like, oh my gosh, I kind of wish I would have kept that textbook just to go back and reread, because some of the stories are crazy. Some of the original versions of Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, that sort of thing, they are crazy. And that's kind of what is in here, is the original fairy tales. And I think it's gonna be a fun book to reread. I didn't ask my brother for this. He must have just seen it on my Amazon wish list and thought that it would be a good choice for me. So I'm actually very excited to have that. Plus, the book itself is stunning and will be awesome to display on my shelf. Now, the last person who got me gifts, it's actually a funny story. So I went into work on Friday and worked like normal with my boss and one other person. I work at a school, so it is summertime, and right now it is just the office staff that comes into work. So there are only 3 or maybe 4 of us some days that come into work. And seemingly no one remembered my birthday, so, which is fine. I'm not like, I wasn't, parading it around like, oh, it's my birthday. But it was just funny because after I left, I was driving home and my boss texted me and was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, happy birthday, I hope that you have a great weekend. Like, just a birthday text. So then I came into work the Monday after. My birthday was on a Friday, and he said, have a awesome weekend. I came into work on Monday and I had a gift on my desk, and it was some snacks. So I think it was his way of apologizing for forgetting my birthday, which again, I don't expect anyone to remember my birthday, aside from like my family, but it was very kind of him to go and buy a little gift for me. So we have some mini Starbursts, which are my favorite. Every year our staff does a little questionnaire of like what our favorite things are, so I think that he just went down my list and grabbed some of my favorites. So we've got a cinnamon roll, which is pretty awesome. I've never seen like a personal pan little cinnamon roll. We have an Alani Nu energy drink in sherbet swirl, sherbet swirl, sherbet swirl, which is delicious, might I add. I have tried that flavor before. Then we have some kettle potato chips. I love kettle chips. I'm not a huge fan of barbecue though, so I'm sure that my husband will end up eating those. And then the last item is this giant pack of Reese's peanut butter cups, but they are chocolate lava cup. Chocolate lava cup. What? I have never heard of this before. I've never seen this. It looks like there's just some like fudge underneath the peanut butter. Yeah, I'm very excited to try those out. Okay, friends, that is a wrap on everything that I received this year for my birthday. Just looking around, I feel so extremely grateful and overwhelmed with the love of my friends and family. I wasn't even thinking about my birthday much this year because our school's last day was 3 days before my birthday, and we have our family vacation, which was 1 week after my birthday. So my brain honestly was elsewhere and I was not expecting anything. So just to have received all of this stuff is extremely amazing, and I'm so grateful, so thankful, and I'm even more thankful that you guys decided to spend some time with me today and watch this video. I hope that you will give the video a like and subscribe to stick around and continue watching my videos in the future. I love you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you enjoyed and you were entertained or relaxed by this video. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or night whenever you are watching this. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.